Hey y'all, what's up? Next day. Welcome back. So if yesterday's vlog was pretty short, I do apologize about that. I haven't even gone back to look at none of the footage yet and where we actually left off. So I apologize about that. But today's a new day, so hello. Y'all, I got 30 minutes to eat something. So I've got some tea going in the coffee pot. I was drinking coffee, but I don't want any more coffee. Now I want something warm. Today is 54 degrees outside. The wind is kicking and it's raining a little bit. So, or it's raining off and on rather. So it's a little cold. I had to go ahead and switch the air from the air to the heat. So letting that kick in, kind of warm up everywhere, because some rooms are cold, like some areas in the apartment are colder than the others. So I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, I'm about to see if I can basically, where is all this water coming from? I got water all over the cabinet, y'all. I don't know where all this water is coming from. It's from last night. I fried some chicken. And I forgot what I ended up doing after that. I don't know where all this water coming from. Probably when I poured the water in the pot. I probably didn't have it angled right. But anyway, so this is my lunch today. Honey brought me a salad from work yesterday with the fixings on it. And I'm just going to add couple of extra things to it. See if I can get this out without making a mess. This is a pretty big salad. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat all this. I should be able to. It just looks big because it's all poured out, but once I mix it up, it'll be good. I don't know why that song just popped in my head. So this salad has tomatoes, blue cheese. It looked like some chicken, blue cheese crumbles, chicken, and bacon bits. But I need extra cheese, so. Pickle or two to put in there. Y'all, so it's 6 o'clock and we are logging off of everything. I just got off my last call. It's actually 6:08 to be exact. And the last 30 minutes were pretty interesting because Olivia came in the house. Well, first of all, she didn't use her keys, so thank God I already had the person on hold when she knocked, because I was able to get up and run and go open the door real quick. And I'm gonna have to tell her she's gonna have to start using her key, honey, because me, I'm not, it's not gonna be like that every time. I'm not gonna be able to just jump up and come open the door. That's the whole point of her having a key. But anyway, so she came through the door and she was crying, and I was like, what the hell? Like, why is she crying? You know? And at first she wouldn't talk to me. So I'm like, while I got this person on hold, I'm like trying to tell her to come here and tell me what's going on and everything. So finally, I just, after I got done with that call, I just stopped the calls for a second so I could go check on her, because she was in the living room and she was just crying and crying and crying. And I was like, okay, let me go take 2 minutes, stop these calls, go check on her, and then I'll come back. So I did that. I come back, and you know, she's still crying a little bit. So basically, long story short, she got into a fight at school today. Apparently some girl poked her in the eye, and because I guess some little boy had hit her and she tried to hit him back or something, and another girl wasn't feeling that and poked her in the eye, and they got to fighting. So I think her crying was a little bit, it was a mixture of her thinking she was going to get in trouble, and thinking, of course, what she told me, which was she couldn't understand why people are so mean in the world. And you know what? I feel her on that, because sometimes that's why I don't watch TV that much anymore, like the news and stuff like that, because when I do see people and how they treat other people and all these different things that are just so wrong, it does make me feel away. It does make me feel sad for the world. It makes me just wish that people can just stop acting stupid and like literally treat people the way that they want to be treated. You know, I can imagine all these people that are out here doing these terrible things. Not one time do they sit back and say, oh man, I wonder if this were to happen to me, how would I feel? You know, and that's how I move in my life. I that's why I stay to myself, because I don't, you know, want to be that person that's doing all these things, you know, girl. Anyway, so yeah, she was a little emotional about that, and I understand her on that. And so I did have a little chit chat with her not too long ago to let her know, like, hey, you know, people are mean in the world, but you know, you got to keep pushing forward, you got to keep moving, and you can't let, you know, every little thing, you know, bother you, you know what I mean? um Yeah, because she was just really broken up about that, and she kept saying people are so mean, and I wish they weren't mean, and things like that. And I'm like, baby, I wish they weren't mean either, you know. But unfortunately, the world is balanced with good and evil, and there's a lot of evil people out here. There's a lot of people that feel like they have nothing to lose, so they just do whatever, you know, or they feel like they will not suffer any consequences, or that karma won't come back for them. You know, there are literally people that walk this earth thinking that shit doesn't stink. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. But that's the mentality of a lot of people. And, you know, unfortunately, as good people, we are here in the world with them. So, you know, hopefully it gets better for her. Like, I just called, her teacher called, but I was on the phone. And so I called her back, but it's like, wait, I mean, they told me she was gone for the day. So she didn't come home with the note and or anything like that. So I'm assuming she's not suspended. And, you know, she was a little bit worried on if she was going to get in trouble. And I was like, well, no, if you are defending yourself, then no, you're not going to get in trouble. Not here at home anyways. Now at school, that's something different, you know, but at home, you're not going to get in trouble. But you will get in trouble if you're the one initiating it. You know, if you're the one starting the issue, or you're the cause, you know, you started it, then yeah, you are going to get in trouble, because I don't raise bullies, and we're not going to just be picking on people just because, right? And we're not going to be putting our hands on people just because you feel like whatever, you got one over on them, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. I've always said that to her since she's been in school. We're not followers, we're leaders. We are not going to do what other people do. We're not going to act how other people act. We're going to be our own selves, you know. Be your own leader, be in your own lane, you know, start your own trend, you know, be you, basically, is what I tell her all the time, because I know how influential it can be with everything else, you know, that she's into. I can see how, I mean, we were influenced as kids, you know, some of the stuff we saw on TV, we were like, oh man, I want that. I want to do that. I want to see that. I want to go there, you know. Just because basically, you know, unbeknownst to us as kids, we wanted to do it because we saw somebody else do it, right? But as adults, we realize, well, the path that they took to get that or to do this might not be the path that we necessarily want to take. So, you know, you never want to envy anybody else. You never want to um, wish you had what somebody else had, because you don't know how they got it. You don't know what they had to go through to get it, you know. So those are the things that I always talk to her about. So, um, you know, it's a work in progress, y'all. You know, hey, it is what it is. As long as she's okay, she ain't got no bruises, no cuts. I don't have to go into the school with my tennis shoes and my Vaseline and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as Mama Bear ain't got to jump out the skin, then we good, okay? But yeah, y'all. So I am logging out of this stuff. And I'm about to see. I think we got a little bit of leftovers from last night. We should, because I don't think, see, Quay didn't eat, so there should be like a few pieces of chicken left over. So I'm gonna warm that up, and I might make something else to go with it just in case, because I want to make sure everybody is able to eat. And you know, it's kind of weird when you heat up something and one person gets a hot plate of food, but then everybody else got to fend for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to do that. If there's only a little bit of leftovers where it's just going to feed like one person, I'll just go ahead and make a whole nother, excuse me, make a whole nother meal. And a lot of times my husband, he'll eat the leftovers, or Olivia will eat the leftovers while I'm cooking dinner or something like that. So we'll just have to see. All right, y'all. So I finally got a chance to squeeze in this cake here. So I've never made this cake before. I just thought, hey, I would use the bananas that I had. I thought they were way worse than that, but whatever. We're gonna use them anyway in this cake mix that I've had on my shelf forever. So this is the devil's food. I don't have any icing, but what I'm gonna do is blend up these bananas, or mix up the bananas, and of course follow the cake instructions. So water, vegetable oil, and eggs. And then I'm gonna mix the wet ingredients into the dry, oil my pan, and put it in the oven. I've already got it preset for 350. So all right, so we're back. It's the next day. Y'all, I'm low-key irritated right now. Okay, remember yesterday I was telling y'all that Olivia got into a little bit of a fight at school. I gave her the opportunity to tell me her version, and I hadn't spoke with her teacher yet at the time. I actually called the school, but it was she had already left for the day. But she did just call me though, and pretty much gave me the rundown on what happened. And it matched up to what Olivia said, but there was one part of the story that she failed to tell me, And that's the part that I'm not agreeing with right now. And so because of all of this, y'all, hold on, let me gather myself for a second, because I'm trying not to let this, I'm trying not to like lose my cool, like for real. So hold on, y'all, let me wash my hands. All right, so anywho, so I'm talking to the teacher, and you know, she's telling me that this whole incident took place really close to dismissal. So that's why she didn't issue out no consequences or anything like that, because I did ask Olivia, did anything happen? You know, did she get in trouble? You know, what happened? Did they send her anything home for me? You know, what's the tea? She didn't come home with anything. So I'm like, cool. All right. So before we get to the phone call, so after I had asked her that last night, right before she was about to go to bed, she comes and she brings me this paper, and it's like, here, you have to sign this. I have to take it back to school tomorrow. Now, when I opened the door yesterday and she was crying and everything, I did notice that she had a piece of paper in her hand, but you know, whatever, I didn't pay no attention to it because I was stuck on why she was crying. And then at the same time, I had somebody on hold, and it was like, you know, just crazy. So anyway, she brings me this piece of paper. Turns out it's the one that she's holding in her hand, and I'm reading this paper, and it's saying that she will be quiet and that she will do what she's supposed to do, and the whole, I mean, it's like so long. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, what? Like, wait a minute, hold on, you was doing what? And you apologizing for what? And then like in the middle of the paragraph, she's like being smart, saying, you know, although, you know, some work was missing and this and this and that. And I'm reading this because I'm like, hold up. Who is she talking to, first of all, okay, with this letter? So I started asking her about the letter, and I was like, oh, that sentence with the missing work and all that, she had a percentage in there, but she tried to write it weird so that I wouldn't understand what it said. Now, I remember her telling me what she was going to get on her progress report, which was correct. But that progress report came out a couple of weeks ago. So her grade should have changed by then, right? Well, her grade has dropped, okay? And she did not tell me this, okay? And she put it in the letter, or whatever this was she was supposed to have me sign and bring back to the teacher, that, you know, although she has missing assignments and that her percentage is now 0, that's what the little scribble was, 0% due to these missing assignments, and on and on and on. You know, she's being like a real smart mouth in this so-called letter, right? And I'm like, hold up, I'm not signing nothing, because I need to know what this is about, because you got too much going on in this paragraph, but you ain't telling me nothing. All you telling me is that the teacher got you writing this and the whole class had to do it. No, that's not enough details for me, okay? So she was like, well, he said I gotta bring it back and da-da-da-da-da. Listen, I don't care what he said. If he want, he can call me and explain to me what is going on so that I can get more details. He can do that. He's more than welcome to do that. Call me, please. You know what I'm saying? So I can, no, because I'm not with the BS, okay? I'm not with the BS. I'm not gonna sit here and try to get the full story out of you and you want to BS about it. I ain't got time for that. If me not sending this letter back is going to cause him to give me a call, good, because I want to talk to him. I want to see what is happening, because now this is a different class, okay? This whole thing started from this fight in another classroom. And then this letter that she's given me is for a totally different class. So now I'm like, hold up, we got 2 situations in one. And I ask you every single day, what's going on at school? I give you the opportunity to tell me what is happening. I want the truth, because I tell her the same thing my mom used to tell me, and now I get it. Tell me now, because if I find out later that there's something else happening and you did not tell me when I asked you, we have a problem. So, okay, fast forward to, because now we're today, right? All this happened last night. And I was really disappointed, because I'm like, girl, how in the world are you not turning in work? And so her excuse was, well, I didn't understand it. So you just not turn it in? You don't even like try to do it? Because you never know. You probably would have got it right, right? So I'm explaining to her, I was like, oh, so you'll take a 0 over whatever grade you would have gotten. And she's like, well, he only going to give like half a grade. So what? Do the work. Okay, you deserve half a grade if you didn't turn it in on time. You didn't even put forth the effort to even try to do it. You just said to hell with it. So yeah, you deserve half a grade. Okay? But what you're not going to do is walk up in here with a bunch of zeros and think that I'm not going to eventually find out about it, because the same way she was able to pull up her stuff, I can pull it up too. Okay? So, girl, whatever with all that. Okay? So now, to the phone call. So we get to the phone call. The lady I'm talking to or whatever, this is a totally different class. So she's telling me that the altercation took place towards dismissal time and that she didn't have enough time to issue out any consequences and stuff like that. She tried to call me yesterday. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. Okay, cool. So then she tells me, you know, what happened. And it did match up with Olivia's story. But like I said, there's one particular part that got me a little irritated because she knows better. Okay, so let me tell you guys the story that I was told from Olivia. So she says that some little boy hit her. She went to go hit him back. Some girl, I guess, tried to defend him or whatever, poked her in the eye, and her and the girl got to fighting. That was the story I was told. Okay, the story that I got from the teacher is they were in the classroom. The teacher was passing out schoolwork. The little boy was nowhere near Olivia, and if he did hit her, she should have went and told the teacher. So that's my first problem, okay? Olivia took it upon herself to get up from her seat, walk over to the other side of the classroom while the teacher is telling everybody to be quiet, sit down while she's passing out work. She walks over to the other side of the classroom, tries to hit this little boy. Some girl stands up, tell her to go sit down. She tells the girl to shut up. The girl puts her hand in her face and I guess accidentally poked her in the eye, and they got to fighting. Listen, here's what my problem is with that. The fact that, first of all, if the little boy did hit you, my rule is you go tell somebody. You go let the teacher know. Okay? Right. Okay. Because you don't want it to escalate. You know, you don't want to be fighting with a boy. You know what I'm saying? He might be one of them type of boys that don't mind hitting girls. You get what I'm saying? So go tell the teacher. So mistake number one, she did not go tell the teacher when it happened. Mistake number two, she disobeyed the teacher when the teacher was telling her to sit in her seat and be quiet. Mistake number two. Okay. Mistake number three. Why the hell did she get up from her seat to go on the other side of the classroom while all this was going on with the teacher, which sounds to me like she was trying to get her classroom under control? Okay, another mistake. Okay, another mistake is, okay, why the hell is you in school passing licks with boys in the first place? Okay? That's where I'm at with that. Like, come on, y'all. This girl, she trying to. I already got a lot of gray hair. Okay, I already got a lot of gray hair. And then the final thing that kind of put the icing on the cake to me is you didn't even tell me that part. You just told me that the little boy hit me. So in my mind, I'm thinking whatever was going on, he hit you. You tried to hit him back. Blah 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 blah. You didn't tell me that there was nothing else going on. The teacher was trying to instruct you guys on your next assignment, and you took it upon yourself in the middle of class to go and pass a lick to somebody else. So you were disturbing the class, basically, in a nutshell. And that's where my problem is, because you became the distraction. Okay? She's already in class with enough kids that are already a distraction every single day, and I tell her not to be a part of it. But now you have made yourself a distraction to the class because you was holding on to some lick that you got way before whatever took place happened, okay? And now, you guys, I'm not even done with the story, okay? I'm not even done with this. I'm getting myself together because I have to go get this girl from school. She has detention today with a possible 2-day suspension. Why is that so irritating to me? Because the time she's in detention, I was supposed to be working, right? So thank God that I can just go in and switch my schedule around and just take a L on my commitment adherence for a little bit, and then try to pull it up a little bit, you know, the remainder of the weekend or next week or something like that. Because, girl, which is not gonna be that deep, but I'm just saying, girl, this is what I was thinking about when I was talking to the teacher, because she was like, well, can you come up here today and have like a parent-teacher conference about the matter and talk about the consequences and stuff like that? And I'm looking at my schedule like, bruh, I'm gonna be working. And by the time I get up there, the school gonna be closed because I gotta catch my bus and then transfer to another bus to get there. And I'm like, but I'm like, you know what? I need to nip this in the bud. I'm not going to put this off, because she offered to do it like next week, for her to do detention 2 days next week and all that. I'll sacrifice this 1 day to come pick her up over 2 days next week to go pick her up. We'll do it like that. Now, if she does get suspended, that's on her, because I done told her to stop being a follower. Okay, I done told her that. So I told her that yesterday, that, you know, beyond, y'all know what I told her. I be telling y'all what I tell her all the time, and girl, it ain't sticking right now because she doing the complete opposite. And this is just in one class, so ain't no telling what's going on in her other classes. None of her other teachers had called me yet. I'm still waiting. I'm looking at my, like, I gotta watch on, but I'm still waiting on her other teacher, this guy teacher that she has, to call me about whatever's going on in his class. You know what I'm saying? Like, this right here. This is irritating. So now I gotta look presentable and stuff. I can't look like, because you know when you at home, you ain't really gotta throw no clothes on and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You just at the house chilling. But dang, now I gotta go mingle with some people. Girl, yeah, pray for me, because this right here is not gonna work, girl. I know I got a flexible schedule and stuff like that, but girl, girl, it's not flexible on the terms of my daughter, okay? Not at this point. She's too old for this. It was different when she was a toddler and, you know, she was in elementary, the earlier part of years of elementary and stuff like that, you know. But this right here is not showing me, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. She knows better. That's what I was about to say. She knows too much better, but that don't even make sense. But she knows better. She knows better. So now, she wasn't in trouble yesterday because I was on the strength of what she was telling me. I was hoping that that was the complete truth. But now that I know that it's not, oh, yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. So this weekend, she gonna be mad with me because she ain't gonna have no tablet, she ain't gonna have no phone, she ain't gonna have no TV, she ain't gonna be able to do nothing. She can sit and stare at her four walls all weekend. The only time she'll be able to come out her room is to clean up something, shower, and eat. And no, she cannot eat in her room. She can sit at the table. So she's going to be mad about that. But at this point, I don't care, because it's like, listen, I don't whoop you or nothing like that. So I got to do something, because you're not finna keep playing with me, okay? You're not going to keep playing with me. And I'm not raising you to do that. That's not what I'm not doing. So we finna nip this in the bud today. And I hope that this is the last time that I have to rearrange everything to go handle this at school. All right, y'all. I got a new fragrance. I forgot to tell you guys about it the other day. This is Riri by Rihanna. And it smells so good. Oh my gosh. I've been wearing it every day since I got it. Well, except for one day, because I also bought Crush. But not Crush. What is it? It's Crush, but not the purple one. No, it's Curve, but not Crush. Crush is the purple one. It's Curve, but it's sparked. That's the fragrance. So, but yes, girl, this stuff smells so good. I got it from City Trends for $7.99. Y'all better know about it. All right, y'all. So I'm at Olivia's school. I got here a little bit earlier than I expected to, but she has to sit in detention until 5:45, so I can't meet with her teacher until her detention time is over. So they put me in this hallway full of chairs. I guess these are like the counselors' offices and stuff. I don't remember walking through this part of the building when we came for orientation, but anyway, girl, this girl obviously ain't learned a lesson, because the first thing, out of all the things to say to me when you see me, the first thing that came out of your mouth was, are you going to give me my phone back? Then you followed that up with, did you take my tablet? Then you followed that up with, when are you going to give those back? Are you going to give them back tomorrow? Then she asked me, am I going to give them back in 3 weeks? And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you may never get them things back. This is interesting because we're going to end up getting to the house after her dad gets home. And he has no idea what's going on right now. Like last night when I was dealing with her or whatever about the situation, he was in another room, so he had asked about it. But y'all, he had a stroke, a mild stroke, or like not a couple years ago, but it's been a while. And I try not to stress him out, especially when it comes to Olivia and her school, because if you ever want to see him lose his cool, let me tell him that something happened with her in school. Like, for real. And the crazy part about it is because now she put me in a tough spot, because for her progress report, she had already told me what the grade was going to be. And I told her, okay, I'll keep it to myself. I'm not going to involve your dad if you pull it up by the time your report card comes out. Well, that deal is null and void now, because we're going to get home after him and he's going to wonder why. And I don't lie, so I'm not just going to make anything up. I'm just going to tell him the truth. Like, I had to go get your daughter from school today because she was in detention. Then, of course, he's going to want to know the details, and, of course, he's probably going to get pissed. And then I'll have to calm him down, and so that he doesn't get his blood pressure up. And I don't know, it's just, gosh, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know why she's putting me in this position, and then have the nerve to ask me about a daggone phone. Alright, y'all, so we're at Kroger, and we just stopped by the the clearance section. And they got a lot of stuff. Oh, they got a cleaning patty for $4. This is normally $13. Not bad. Go anywhere pillow. Look like somebody left with the pillow. Let's see. This is 49 cents. What's that? Trick or treat. 8 forks, 18. Okay. There are a lot of stuff in here today. Look at all this cereal. No. You thirsty? Yes. I got water in my bag. It's already open though, but you're gonna have to wait a second until I pull it out. 50 cents. Did you put one of these in the basket? They say extra toasty. Alright. Let's see. I just found this. I'm going to give this a try. Urban Hydration. They normally don't sell it here at Kroger, so it probably ended up here by mistake, because I've never seen it here. But it has aloe leaf juice and vitamin A and E. This is a face wash. And then they had the facial mask, which is so funny because I was actually thinking of throwing one in my Amazon list, because I was watching Glamazon Tay earlier after I did my little mommy rant with you guys. I was watching Glamazon Tay, and she had tried out this facial mask that she had got, and I was like, oh, you know what, that just reminded me, I need to, this is spicy, let's try it. I need to order another facial mask for myself. Oh, this is 10 cents. Gravy, November 22nd. Let's see if we can find another one. Although nowadays I be making gravy from scratch, but
Let's try it.
good. What's this? Girl, they want $3.99 for.
Can we get?
No, please don't ask me for nothing, girl. Oh, they got this. What's this? Cleansing water? So wait a minute. So you use this after you put the mask on? Helps repair complexion, helps revitalize, helps detox. I didn't even see this. I'm gonna try it out. This is, yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna get all 3 of those. And then they got some other stuff over here. Let's see. Alright, so I just need to pick up one more thing and then we are out. Audi 5000G. Come on, Liv.
Oh, hello, Papa.
What? Oh, hey. Oh. I'm just playing. Look. I like to rap, but I sing a lot. I let the